Hey, Brody, how's it going? And hey, Derek, how are you guys doing? So, originally, I think Isaac and I had planned on doing, he was going to host the live stream, but, and we were going to, I think he was going to do some stuff with his 135 Rokinon, but his neighbor's having a party right now, so Isaac didn't want to run the live stream, so I'm going to see how it goes here. I'm gonna set up my RC, and so yesterday I uh, took some lights on M101, and I'm doing LRGB, and I am going to capture, I think, blue and green tonight. I think. Let me check. Yeah, so I did luminance, I did red and blue, but not enough blue, so I need some more blue and green. So I'm gonna take you guys with me outside to the observatory, and we're going to set everything up, power everything on, and we're just gonna kind of go, you know, and you gotta remember, I'm old school. I don't have electronic autofocusers or anything like that, so I'm gonna be doing the focusing. I'm gonna be using a Batnoff mask. It's gonna be old school stuff. So, so yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead since it's already 9 o'clock here. Um, I need to get out and turn everything on and set everything up. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I might leave you out there because I'm gonna have to come back and get my laptop. So let's go on outside. All right, let's go. And it's probably gonna get dark. Okay. Oh shoot! I gotta turn that light off. Yeah, I cooked some. I cooked some food earlier. Since last time I bought a full spectrum Nikon. Oh, nice. All right, guys, I'm here. You know you can't see me, but I am here. So, all right, we are in the observatory, and I don't know. Let me just show you guys where. I'll flip the camera around. Where's the damn camera flip? There it is. Okay. So, we're in the observatory right now. That's my house. Right there into the kitchen. So like I said, I haven't hooked anything up just yet. So here's the RC sitting underneath the what do you call it? The protective thingamabobber. And I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to take this off of here for just a second and just show you how I have. Oops. Okay. And just show you what I have set up in the observatory. Okay. So should we be wearing a sweater tonight? What is the temperature here? So what's the temperature here in Yuma? I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I think it's going to get down to maybe like 55 or 60 today. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Yeah, sorry we couldn't make it out tonight. Isaac had some things going on, and I had to do some painting and stuff, so I wasn't able to get out. But let me just show you guys the observatory real quick. Like I said, here's the RC. I'm going to take the top off of this puppy, so hold on. All right, so we got the top off of that. All right, so there's the RC, and you probably can't see it that good because there we go. So here's the RC right there. There's the moon. It's 9 o'clock here. All right, so what we got right here is we've got the 294 and a 7-position filter wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I actually have to do to set up my scope and stuff, and show you what I have. So right down here, I have a little like mini PC. I actually won this on a raffle from the Astro World TV raffle they had. It was like $20 for 5 tickets, and I won one of them. So I loaded all my software up on it, and basically, I just have uh, my USB cables coming in. One of them is the camera. One of them is the controller to the hand controller, and then right here, this little guy right here, that little guy right there, that's a NIC, a wireless adapter NIC, so I can connect to my home network. And then this right over here is power. So that's power. This is the hand controller, and this is the camera. So yeah, so all I need to do when I set up is I come over here and I plug in a little bit of power here. So we're going to plug that power in there, and that's going to give me power to this whole uh, power strip right there. So everything looks like it's powered on. So all I really need to do is just turn power on to the little mini computer right here, and that's gonna start booting up. And at this point, I can go ahead and turn on my my mount. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the mount on, and like I said, I'm still old school, so I still have a hand controller, and I've got the little RJ11 cable that goes into the serial right over there. So since everything's already set up, everything's polar aligned, I'm just going to start from park yes, and then I am going to put in my date and time. Today is the 25th, and the time is, hold on one second. Oh, did you guys drop? Or did I lose you? Okay, so daylight savings, no. And at this point, what I usually do is I will go and, just for my own sanity, I'm going to do an alignment, and I'm going to just do a 1-star alignment, and Sirius sounds like a good alignment star. So here we go. The mount is going to start to move. I need to go get the my laptop, and I need to move the Alright, so I moved the dome. Sirius is right there, as you can see, the bright star. I'm going to go ahead and take the lens cap off of that, and the lens cap off the guide scope. And I'm going to set you guys down right now. I'm going to put you back on the, let me turn this around. Hold on. Okay. You guys can barely see me now, huh? Alright. So, I'm going to put you back on this mount. Hold on. Alright, guys. So, what we're going to do now is, yeah, Brody, I see that. You got an astromodded camera. That is awesome. That's gonna be cool. All right, so I'm gonna go get my laptop real quick so that we can connect it to my my PC here. So I will be right back. I will give you a view of the mount. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna reposition this camera here real quick. So hold on 1 second. Hold on to your horses here. All right, guys. I know you can barely see me, but all right, here we go. So basically, what I do from this point, sorry. All right, what I do from this point is I will connect my laptop up to. We'll do like that. Let's see. Let's see that. Try to get everything in there. So I'm going to connect my laptop up using TeamViewer. That's the remote application that I use. I mean, you can use whatever. All right. Hold on. 2 seconds. I'll give you that view right there for 2 seconds. Okay. So now I'm logged in. And gee whiz. Too many passwords. Alright. Ugh. Alright, guys. So let me see if I can give you guys. Did I not press enter? Oops. Password was incorrect. Okay. Alright, so now I'm in. And you can see my desktop there. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up PhD2. And I've already got within my imaging capturing software, I already have like my focal length set up and all that stuff. So I don't need to worry about that for plate solving or all that because I've been doing this for the last 2 nights. So here I just go into PhD2 and I'm going to connect all because I'm using the profile. This is my Atlas 8-inch RC with my short tube 80 guide scope and my Starshoot auto guider on the mount. So we're going to connect to that. And there we go, we are connected now. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. And then I'm going to open up Stellarium. Because that's the planetary software that I use. How long am I planning on streaming tonight? That is a very good question. I don't know. Probably maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, just to get set up. Once I get everything set up, and then I'm running lights. You know, I'm running my imaging plan. Then we'll go back inside and I can read comments and we can talk about things and all that good stuff. But for right now, I need to get the rig up and running. So in Stellarium, I'm going to connect. So I am now connected. So as you can see here, well, it might be kind of hard for you to see, but my Atlas mount now shows in Stellarium where it's pointed, and it's telling me it's pointed to Sirius. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to open up APT because that's the software that I'm still using.
Camera connected.
All right, and then I am going to just make sure the 294 is connected. That looks good. I'm going to go and connect my filter wheel.
Filter wheel connected.
All right, filter wheel's connected. I'm not going to connect the scope yet because if I connect the scope and then I start moving the hand controller to align it, some weird numbers start popping up on the hand controller. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and loop a live view, and let's see if you can see what we got going on here. Hopefully, Sirius is. Oh, it's like I said. Um, I the mount and everything has been in here for the last couple days, and I mean the mount's been here. I haven't moved it for probably a couple weeks, and so everything is already polar aligned and everything. All I really have to do is just come in here. I'm just gonna check. I mean, I am so close right now. If you can see that or not, let me take your little. All right, let's take this and I'm gonna flip you around. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So this is APT. So that star right there in APT is Sirius, and that's the crosshairs within APT. So I'm just doing a real quick 1 star alignment, and it's really close. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go to the hand controller, and I'm going to align it. And I really don't need to do this, but I'm going to anyways. And we'll watch this. I'm moving the hand controller to get that centered. Let's see which way it went. Went the wrong way. There we go. So that looks centered on the up and down axis. So now we're going to go right and left. And like I said, because I'm plate solving, I really don't need to do this. But I do this just for a sanity check every night, just a 1 star alignment. It plate solving is a godsend, but um, old school used to be doing a 3 star alignment and all that stuff. So that looks pretty close. I'm gonna be good with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say in the hand controller that I'm centered. So it's gonna tell me that it is successfully aligned. And what that's gonna do, put you guys back over here with me. Okay, what that's gonna do is that's going to tell Stellarium that I should be on Sirius. So what I'm going to do now, and this is just my process. I don't know if it's wrong or right. This is just my process. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to connect the scope.
Telescope connected.
So now my mount is connected in APT. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a real quick plate solve. So I'm just going to go to point craft. I'm going to plate solve on the scope position. And then I'm going to say solve. And it should take maybe less than 7 seconds to solve, hopefully, if everything is right.
Solved.
So 6 seconds. So it's solved. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to sync. And what this is going to do is, if I now go back into Stellarium, and I maximize that, you will see that my Atlas mount is listed right here, and the dot for the Atlas mount is just about there. So that is what my telescope is seeing right now. Okay, so we are aligned. So the next thing that I need to do, and I'm going to switch you guys back to me here. Okay, so the next thing that I need to do is I need to focus. I need to check my focus, and I'm going to focus on the blue filter because I think well, no, you know what? I'm gonna do green because I'm still fairly low. Um, so I'm gonna do green. So we're gonna focus on the green filter. So what I'm gonna do now is go into switch this back so you can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the crosshairs off. I'm going to go to my filters, and I said I'm gonna do green, right? Keep me honest here. Okay,
Filter
so we've
change.
switched to green filter, and I am still running the live view. So I'm gonna expand that a bit, magnify it. So now you can see I've got like double diffraction spikes, which tells me that my focus is almost right, but not entirely right. So let me switch it back. Okay, you guys can see me here, and I'm apologize. I know everybody's commenting right now, and I just need to make sure I get this stuff right. And then as soon as I get my imaging plan started, we'll go back inside. But I just wanted to show you guys what I do on a nightly basis to set up my scope. You know, the one that's in the observatory. So the tripod, like I said, I purchased the tripod what about a month ago or so. So that's my permanent tripod that's in the observatory. I have the Atlas mount, as you see right there. The Atlas mount is on the tripod, and I have that polar aligned, and then I haven't touched it. I've pretty much left it alone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a Batnoff mask, and I'm going to focus old school. So let's do it old school, all right? So here we go. I'm going to put you guys back in the little. I'm going to set you guys right here. Hold on. So let's see. Okay, you may or may not be able to see me, but we'll see how good this works. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay, so I got my Batnoff mask, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that on top of the on my telescope, like so. So now we should see the spikes change here. Good old-fashioned diffraction spikes, just like that. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip that so you guys can see the diffraction spikes. So what I'm gonna do is, so right here is my focus, fine focus right here. So I'm gonna be adjusting that while we watch the star and the diffraction spikes right there. So there's our diffraction spikes. All right. So I mean it's pretty close. And again, I'm on the green filter. I just want to make sure that okay. I mean it's already pretty close. I'll show you guys when it's out. You can tell. Okay, you can see that center line that's in between the X. It moved up ever so slightly, and now it's a little too far. So I'm gonna go back just a little bit, and I've got this running in a 5-second loop. So let me go back a little more. That looks pretty good. I mean, those spikes that we're concerned about. So there's this spike here, and this spike here, and then this center spike. When I adjust focus, that spike will either go up or down depending on which way, if I'm going inward focus or outward focus. So all this other garbage here, um, I don't really worry about too much. That looks pretty good for me. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to lock my focuser down, and then just watch it again to make sure that it didn't like shift or put something. So that looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Okay. So we've got that. We've got that done. So I think we have focus done old school. All right. So we're gonna put that. Sorry. All right. So we're gonna put that back. The Batnoff mask. All right. So yeah. I saw somebody say something about old school focusing. Yeah, Jerry is saying old school focus is faster than autofocus and Nina. And the thing is like my focus is going to stay right there for until I do something stupid. I mean, I'm not going to mess with the focus. I'll loosen it and I will make micro adjustments to it, but my focus is always going to be pretty much in that same area. So, I mean, I'm almost always in focus, or really, really, really close. So I don't have to go through the whole, focusing. Uh, what is that? When the focusing sequence. I am the focusing sequence. All right. So I still have double spikes. It looks like, but what I'm gonna do now is. It actually doesn't look too bad. Actually, it doesn't look too good. And it may just be because I'm on a super bright star, like Sirius. So we're gonna, let's see. No, I still have double spikes. All right, I'm gonna play with the focus without the Batnoff mask and see what we got here. I really want to make sure that I have good focus. So. And I did take the Batnoff mask off. Yeah, you just have to. Okay. Yeah, the double spikes are going away, so maybe let me there we go. That's looking better now. I'll give you guys a view here. So this is Sirius. Let's stretch that thing. Pardon the helicopter noise, but I've got some helicopters flying overhead over there. You can see them. I've got a Marine Corps air base about 15 miles away. So yeah, that's looking a lot better. Yeah, that's the wrong way. All right, see how that's just getting nice and sharp now? That looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to lock that down. All right, so at this point, I think...
Deep Sky Clock event.
So at this point, I think I am ready to slew over to M101. And from this point, we can go back inside the house. And the beauty of having that little PC, the one that's down underneath my tripe here, the beauty of having that PC is that my laptop right there is not connected to anything other than just TeamViewer. So I can take this and I'm going to put this chair back up over here like that. I'm going to take this guy. It's getting dark, guys. It's getting dark. I'm still here. And I'm going to switch the lights over to red. Hey, Logan. How's it going? I am just running my setup from start from start uh, right here, and we're gonna try and get some green data on M101. All right, so let's. All right, so I have it positioned in a way so that hopefully it'll block out my neighbor's backyard lights. And I'm going to stop the looping because right now I'm looping on the observatory shed. Okay, so we're gonna go inside now. So hold on a second. Hold on to your hats. Let's go inside, and I can't see because I gotta watch out. There's a step right here. I don't want to kill myself. Okay, so let's go inside here and we will continue. All right, sorry. All right, so now we're inside. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue the stuff here inside, but I gotta go and turn off that light and shut the observatory door up. So I know you guys are like looking like at my forehead and all kinds of stuff like that, but give me 2 seconds and we'll be ready to go. We're gonna go back out, and usually it doesn't take this long. I mean, usually it's like a 5-minute deal, but like I said, I'm kind of explaining everything, and I'll show you guys one of my neighbor's lights right there. There's a neighbor's light. Fortunately, right now it is that's to the south, and I'm going to be imaging to the northeast. So I'm going to turn these lights off real quick. All right, so the observatory lights are off, and we're going to go back inside. Let's shut the observatory door. And I know you guys can't see that all that well because now it just looks like a black screen. But I assure you, I am here. Okay, we're back inside now. Okay, guys. So let me put you guys on the little phone mount thingy, just like so. All right, now we're back inside. Finally getting clear skies in San Diego. That is excellent. All right, so let me see if I can get you guys a little closer, and I will show you, or we'll kind of go through what I'm going to do. So on this computer right here, where you see the live stream is running, I'm going to go and open my and hope. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. You guys were drooping. All right, so we're gonna open up. I have a couple cameras in there, and all right. So we've got the cameras in the observatory right here. They should pop up here in just a second, hopefully, if everything works. And then over here on the laptop where I have my my TeamViewer session, I'm going to go ahead and plate solve over to M101. Oh, the other thing I forgot to do is I forgot to cool the camera. So because I've been explaining everything, I just forgot to do that. So we need to cool the camera. So I'm going to be able to cool down to -10 tonight. So we're going to go ahead and cool that camera down. Alright, and we're going to go to Point Craft. And we are going to go to Objects. And then we're going to select M101. And then we're going to see about starting some subs on M101. Okay. So in APT, there's an object browser. So I'm just going to pick Deep Sky. And then I'm going to scroll down to M101. You can also use the search. M101, the pinwheel. I'm going to say OK. And then I'm going to say go to plus plus. And what that's going to do is it's going to start the slew process and the plate solve process. So if we look here, if these stupid cameras would work, they're really cheap and really, they were like 19 bucks. Okay, so that one's not going to work. I have to reboot these things all the time. Okay, so there you can see the scope moving. And what I like to do is just make sure that let me see. Just make sure that my power cords and stuff aren't like getting snagged or anything like that. Usually I'll hang out outside and just check it while I'm there. But I've done it for the last couple nights and everything's been fine. So now you hear Lola. Lola is plate solving right now. She does a good job. So we're gonna go ahead and let APT plate solve, and then we are going to run a sub and see what we got, and we'll check guiding and all that other good stuff. So let me check. I'm inside, so I will look at some comments here.
Exposure started. Exposure finished.
Ah, okay, Derek, that is awesome. That is very good to know. If the vanes of the secondary holder are not exactly orthogonal, or one opposite side of the secondary is not perfectly aligned, then you will get double diffraction spikes. Okay. That is good to know. So is that a problem with focus, or is that just a problem because the vanes are not like
exposure started,
like exactly in the right
exposure
spot?
Finished.
So my question is, do I focus off of the spikes, or do I focus off the Batnoff mask? That's my, I guess that would be my question.
Go to plus plus finished.
Okay, so APT is telling me that go to is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and sync. And what that's going to do is that is going to send that information over to Stellarium. So if I go back into Stellarium, we can see my framing. So this is the framing right here. Let's make it not that big. Let's go back a little. All right. So this is my framing. It's really touchy right now. It's really, really slow. Okay, so this is my framing with the 294 and the 8-inch RC. Right here, the red line, if you can see that somewhat, that is the sensor. Here's M101 right there in the center. That looks good. So let's go ahead and just minimize that for now. We don't need that up. And then let's go and check guiding, because once APT plate solves and gets it where it needs to go, it starts our it starts our guiding. So that doesn't look good. We're gonna give it a minute to settle because the deck is just going bonkers right now. If you can see all the corrections, it just went correction crazy. But I'll give it a minute or so to settle, and I just cleared everything out, and we're gonna watch it again. And once it gets to a point to where it looks pretty solid and pretty steady, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. So Derek said he thinks that if the veins are not perfect, but they double even if focus was good. So focus off the Batinoff mask unless you know the veins are good. Okay. Well, I focused off of this time I focused off of the diffraction spike. So we're gonna run a sub, and we're gonna check it. So if I need to go back and refocus, I can refocus off of like Alnitak, or one of the stars that's just right around there. All right. I need to put some Carmex on my lips. All right. Yeah. So Isaac and I were not able to go out to Alpha Scorpii tonight. I had to do some painting at home, so I had like a honeydew list that I had to knock some of those chores off the honeydew list. So Derek is asking, what's the pixel scale for this setup? So um, I'm running the 294 mm in bin 2. So it is the 4.63 micron pixels. The RC has a reducer on it that's reducing it by 0.72. So I think I'm getting a focal length of 1152. So whatever that comes out to, I mean it's better than if I was running the 2600 for sure. So yeah, I mean it's and since it is the micro four thirds sensor, it's a little more cropped in, so it'll give me a little closer, uh, relatively closer view of the object that I am imaging. So, okay, so let's. So can you guys see that? I'm gonna take you guys off this out here, and I'm gonna flip it around. All right. All right. So here is guiding right now. So it looks like everything is pretty much settled. I mean that looks pretty good for me. Now you got to remember, I am running. This is a Atlas mount, so it's like, and this mount, I think I purchased this thing in like 2010. So this mount is what, 11, 2010, 20. It's 13 years old, right? So this mount is 13 years old, and I'm getting some really, really nice guiding right now. I'm guiding at about 0.52. So that's really nice. So okay, let's go ahead and let's minimize this. And I am still cooling, but we are definitely getting closer. I'm gonna go ahead and focal length of the scope with the reducer. So the native focal length of the 8-inch RC is 1600 millimeters. I'm using the astrophysics telecompressor, and with the spacing and stuff that I have, it comes out to about 0.72 of a reducer, so it brings it down to 1152 millimeter focal length, and it takes it from an f8 scope down to I think an f5.6 scope. So that definitely does help. So we're gonna go ahead and go into I'm gonna run a test and I've got let's see if we can, I'll show you here, 180 seconds. Bin is 2x2, gain is 120, offset is 5. And then I'm going to change my filter from blue to green, and I'm going to update that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this, and it's just telling me that it's not going to save it. It's just like a test.
Exposure start.
But we're going to go ahead and let that run, and we'll check guiding again. Like I said, guiding looks really, really good. Really happy with that. I mean, that's great. I cannot complain. Not complain at all. So Brody bought himself a D5300 off of Craigslist for $350. Nice. And that's full spectrum. Nice. That's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and let this this test sub run.
Finished.
Cooling is finished. So we're now cooling at -10. And it's running at about 36% of power. So that's plenty good for me tonight. I'm really happy with that too. All right, so let's we're gonna wait for this sub to run, and then we'll take a look at it and see how the focus is. Hopefully focus is good. If focus is good, then I'll just start up a plan and run it, and we'll let that run. And then I think what I did last night was right at the meridian flip, which was about, I want to say it like 228. It's showing 228. So at 228 in the morning, when I did the flip, I switched to a different filter, refocused and all that stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, if you can see, you see the white right here. That's the paint. I was painting the kitchen pantry today. We cleaned it out and put a nice 2 coats of paint on it, and all that good stuff. And then put everything back in and threw a bunch of stuff out. So now we have no food in the pantry. All right, so we got about 40 more seconds before this sub comes through. So we're gonna take a look at it and see what we got here. I'm gonna switch the camera back. Okay, so now we're back at the front of the camera so you guys can see APT and watch the sub come through. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear the stretch, so it's gonna be just a normal black screen. So uneventful and just so blah, but we've got like 3 seconds left. So let's take a look at this this test.
Exposure finished.
Sub. Okay, so here we go.
Imaging plan finished.
So I'm just gonna check this star real quick. Yeah, it looks okay. And then we're gonna stretch this puppy out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So there we go. Can you see? M101 right there. So this is just a 3-minute sub. I really can't go much more than that here in my backyard, because I have to the north of me, I have a community college, and they run their stadium lights all night long. They have solar and everything, but they just, I guess, figure because they have solar, they can run their lights 24/7 and not worry about energy consumption. So I guess I have to deal with that. So I can't do much more than 3-minute subs here with luminance, and even with that, I get horrible gradient. So all right, so I'm gonna switch it back and show you guys. We're gonna set up the All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch this to one of my light sessions. And yes, I am still using APT. So I've got lights, 180 seconds, green, the 294 bin 2. So I'm going to check this just to make sure. So I've got 180 second, 2x2, gain 120, offset 5, a pause of 3 seconds between, and then I'm going to run 90. There's no way I could do 90. I am going to probably run like 60. What did I run last night? Let me look. Let me go to my notes. Oh no, I did do 90. Okay, so we're going to run 90 and green. So that looks good right there. So we've got that. So now we're going to double check up here again. I like to double check and triple check because I don't like to make mistakes. Because every clear sky is precious, right? So we've got 180 seconds, 2x2, gain of 120, offset 5, pause of 3 seconds, count of 90, filter 3. So that's LRG, right? Because that's how my filters set up. Filter 1 is L, and then RGB, and then SHO. So those are my 7 filters in the filter wheel. So that looks good. So we're going to say start, and we are now running. So now we're going to go back, and what I will do here is I will pretty much leave this up all night and just check my guiding off and on just to make sure. I'll go back and check the subs every now and then, but so at this point we are imaging. All right, let me put you guys back in the phone holder. Okay, and then the last thing that I do, which probably should be the first thing that I do, is I'll write notes in my log, put my date, target, the telescope, temperature that I'm cooled down to, the gain and offset, and then what I'm imaging the night. So tonight it's going to be 180 seconds of green. And then later on tonight I'm going to switch over to blue because I grabbed some blue last night. So I'm going to finish with blue tonight. And the reason why I'm doing blue later is because once it gets to meridian, it's going to be really, really high up. And I'll be able to hopefully mitigate a lot of that light pollution from the college. So yeah. All right. So we are imaging, guys. So once that first sub comes back in, we'll take a look at it. Let me go through and take a look at some comments here. So forgive me if I go silent for a bit. I'm just going to look at your guys' comments and say, because I thought I saw somebody say something about the college. Yeah, so Ollie is saying that he usually never goes over 3 minutes of broadband. And Jerry is asking if I've called them and asked them to turn off the lights when not in use. So years and years back, yes, I did. I actually emailed them. I talked to the facilities manager, and they did turn the lights off when they were not being used. But that was probably, I don't know, maybe 5, 7, maybe even longer years ago. And since then, I think they have a new facilities manager, and I haven't reached out to him again. I mean, I can, and I think I actually have the contact of their one of their science directors there, so I can actually ask them. So I mean, I may do that too, because that would be definitely something to look into. So Derek is asking Ollie what Bortle skies he's in.
Exposure finished.
Michael is saying that his neighbor saw his setup,
Exposure
so
started.
he asked if he could turn the perch light off and leave it off, and they were nice about it. And yeah, a couple of my neighbors, they have motion sensor lights, so they stay on pretty much all night, when I go out. Like if I go out there, it'll kick on, and they're really really sensitive. So so I try not to go out there after I've already set up. So okay, so we've got. Let me switch the camera. All right, so here's our guiding still. Doesn't look bad. We are running at 0.58 total RMS. And remember, this is again with the with a 13-year-old Orion Atlas mount. So, and I've purchased the hyper tuning kit. I'm just too scared to do it. But look at the graph here. The graph looks really really good. Really, this is better than last night actually. So let's go ahead and look at the sub, the first sub. Let's look at the stars. Hopefully, I mean those aren't bad. I mean those are acceptable for me. I'm not a stickler for super round stars. So we're looking at each corner. Um, they could be better. They could be better. They could definitely be better, but I mean they're not bad. They really aren't that bad. Um, so again, we're just looking at the stars. I mean they're not super round, but again, I am not a stickler for super round stars. So right there, I mean that's a pretty good. Those are pretty good stars right there. I'm happy with those. I can live with that. So all right, so there we got guiding. I'm gonna look at. All right, so in APT, I'm gonna run 90 subs. It says I'm gonna be done at right around 227, and the flip is at 228. So that's like right on target. So this is gonna work out well. Yeah, so let's flip the camera back. Okay, so now you guys can see my ugly mug again. All right, so there is my ugly mug right there. And so from this point, what I would do is take my laptop with me into the living room, and I would watch Two and a Half Men, Mike and Molly,
Exposure finished.
um, whatever we have on the TV, and just kind of chill. So yeah, and let's see if, and then I'll keep I'll keep this stuff up and running. And like I said, they're really, these cameras are really, don't ever buy these Blue Rams cameras. These Blue Rams cameras, they're like $19, but almost just better to get a better camera because these things really do suck. I mean, they're bad. They're okay, but like I'll monitor my stuff here. I'll come in and check in the room every now and then, and all that good stuff. But at this point, we are just gonna let everything run, and yeah, guiding is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through. Go ahead and go through and read some more comments here because I got sidetracked again. So the pixel scale, we did talk about that. That sounds like a tough one. Cloudy off. He bought his camera off Cloudy Nights. Brody, I am super excited for you. I would really like to have a full spectrum DSLR. I would like to have one of those. Uh, sounds like a tough one. Yes, it is. Yeah, the skies conditions have really gone to pot, right? So yeah, I mean that's it. I don't know how long we've been streaming, and I don't know how long this took. I mean, usually, I think I started at 9 o'clock, and it's 9:57 now. Usually when I set up, um, and I kind of explained things as I was going, so it took me a little longer than normal. but I would say it usually takes me anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes to be um, on my target uh, after cooling and imaging that target. So tonight looks like a really, really good night. Um, and, we're just going to let this run and see what we have, at 2:30 when I do my flip and switch to back to blue. So I've already captured luminance. I've already captured red, and I think I've captured. Let me see. I think I captured. So I captured 4 hours of luminance.
Exposure finished.
I captured 90.
Exposure started.
Sorry, Lola. I captured 93-minute frames of red. I think I've captured 50 right now of blue, and then I'm going to capture another 90 of green tonight, and then I'm going to capture some more blue tonight. So I'll have all my broadband data that I need. Then I'll be able to put everything together and stack it and get rid of the gradients. And I really don't like processing broadband data. I really don't. It's at least from my location here, because for Galaxy season, most of the stuff is to the north. Um, and like I said, I have those stadium lights to deal with, which is really a downer. But there's not a whole lot you can do, I guess, about it. You just have to, you know, take what you can get. So yeah, let's check. Let's check guiding again. So yeah, guiding looks good. We're at 0.61, so we're sitting right at the high fives and low sixes right now. Um, so yeah, I am super happy with that guiding right now. And was Derek was asking if I'm going to shoot H alpha. Yes, I am going to shoot H alpha. So I'm going to try H alpha, and I'm going to try to integrate it into the broadband data. Um, I so I did try shooting um, hydrogen with my 3 nanometer Antlia filters from home, and the 8-inch RC at its 1600 millimeter native focal length at f8. And when I tried to do the stacking, it wouldn't stack. I had like it just wouldn't stack anything. But now um, with the 294, I've got 4.5 nanometer narrowband filters. So I will shoot HA using the 4.5 nanometer filter. So it's going to give me a slightly wider spectrum to capture. And in addition to that, I now have the reducer, the telecompressor, on the 8-inch RC. So that takes it down from f8 to f5.6. So it's going to make the scope faster. So I should be able to capture HA data, and hopefully I'll be able to stack it. So yes, I,
Exposure
I am going to
finished.
capture HA data for this project.
Exposure started.
Yep, you will get more stars to stack, and it will be able to stack a lot easier. That is absolutely right. Okay, well, I think that don't forget to hit that little thumb thing, you know. Uh, that way YouTube can see that you like my wonderful live streams and all that good stuff. And yeah, the thumb thing. Yep, hit that thing. Wait, how do they say? Hulk smash. So smash that thumb. And yeah, absolutely. And other than that, I'm just gonna let this stuff run all night. My skies tonight look really really nice, really beautiful. I really wish that we would be able to go out to Alpha Scorpii tonight, but we had planned last week to go out, but it was cloudy and windy and all kinds of stuff, so we weren't able to get out. And tonight, there's actually like a 25% moon, and it doesn't set till pretty close till almost like 11 or so. So we would have had the moon to deal with, and we really like to go out there when it's super super dark. So we decided not to go. Plus, like I said, I had some painting to do around the house, and I think Isaac had some stuff to do there also. But we will plan, or we are planning to go out April 22nd, weather permitting, right? Cross your fingers, weather permitting. So yeah. Other than that, thanks guys for hanging out with me, um, and just watching my mundane setup process. Um, I, like I said, I'm still old school. I still do manual focus. I am looking at EIFs. I am looking for one possibly to put on my William Optics GT71, but I am old school, and yeah, that's just like my process for setting up uh, here at my backyard observatory in Yuma, Arizona, guys. So I thank you guys all for joining, and
Sky clock event closing.
come on, Lola. All right,
Exposure finished.
2 seconds.
Exposure started.
All right, guiding still looks good, so I'm happy. So yeah, other than that, I wish everybody clear skies. Anybody who's got or is getting new equipment, um, just keep in mind that you're probably going to have a week or so of clouds. So just factor that into your new equipment when you purchase it. So Isaac and I, when we purchased all our stuff, I think we're on the third week of clouds. But actually, I mean, it's clear right now, and I've been able to image for the last 2 or 3 nights. So it's easier for me to image than it is for Isaac because he has to actually tear down and set up each time. I've got the observatory, and I've got the luxury of keeping everything in there and all that good stuff. You guys know, everybody with roll-off roofs and observatories and all that stuff, and all you guys that don't have and have to tear it down and you know build and tear down every night. You know exactly what we're talking about. My wife just sneezed. But that's it, guys. Yeah, I thought Isaac had the playhouse. He did, but I think his daughter took it back. She was like, "No, that's mine." So, yep. I hope guiding stays good too. Thanks everybody for hanging out and everything, and I will let you guys go. Clear skies. Hope everybody's gonna get some good imaging in if you can. If not, um, just hang out with the family and appreciate that. So, yeah, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys later. Good night.